So, over the last 12 to 15 years of doing youth ministry and traveling the country and inspiring young people, I've been asked all kind of questions, and I've been able to answer pretty much all of them. And the ones that I really couldn't answer, as far as a 100% solid answer, I was able to get the answer. But yesterday I was asked the hardest question I've ever been asked in my entire life. And today, I want to share it with you. Keep it locked. All right, so before we jump into the hardest question I've ever been asked, hey, you guys, I want you to join the AO squad. I want you to join this journey that we're taking right now. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. And please do me the honors of hitting the bell next to it. I promise you we won't bug you, but I want to make sure that you're getting all the notifications every time my team and I post a video, because we care about you and your future. And also, if you have a question, if you have a video suggestion, or hey, if you have a comment to how we can become better and really grow this tribe and impact more young people, millennials and youth, please text me or call me and let me know what I can do better. The number will be in the description below. Just leave me a text or a comment. I had the opportunity to speak in Texas yesterday in front of about 2,100 students. I spoke to every single high school, senior and junior in this one particular county. At the end of one of the assemblies, I always have kids come up to me. And at the end of this particular assembly, there was this young man, waiting in the back of the line to come ask me a question. And he came up to me with tears in his eyes. And he said, "Hey, Anthony, can I ask you a question?" "Sure, I would love for you to." And y'all, with tears coming down his eyes, he asked me, "How does it feel to have a father in your life?" Y'all, I didn't know what to say. You see, because in all of my talks and every time that I encourage young people, I always share my story. And my story is, I don't have just one father. I have two amazing fathers in my life that I have come to love, that I plan on being one day half of the man of them, because these are two men that love me and that raised me. But when he asked me that question, I was like, wait, I can't sit here and say, "Oh, it was great, man, I'm so happy," because I can clearly see in his eyes that his father is not in his life. Y'all, for the first time, I didn't know what to say and what not to say, because I wanted to be encouraging. I wanted to love on this young man. So the very first thing, y'all, before I even answered the question, I just got up and hugged the young man. I said, "Man, can I just give you a hug?" He just started crying, and I just gave him a hug. And the very first thing that could come out of my mouth is like, while you may not have an earthly father, you have a spiritual father that tremendously loves you. And I know that cannot fill the void of what you're feeling right now, but he has a plan for you. He has a plan for where you're going. He knows that he's going to get the glory out of your life. And so I just want to encourage you, man, that it is going to be okay. This week is Father's Day week, and I want to celebrate all of the men who are fathers. You heard me earlier say that I have two fathers. I want to celebrate stepfathers who are fathers, not just a step person, but a father. But I also want to knock every single man who has a baby and you're not a father, you're a sperm donor. Because having young men like that saying, "Man, I wish I could have a daddy. I wish that I had a father. I wish that I had someone that can show me how to be a young man," that bothers me. But to everyone who's watching right now, you're saying, "I'm just like that young man. Anthony, I hear you. You love your fathers, but man, I don't even know who my father is." I want to encourage you. Number one, you do have a father. You have a spiritual father that loves you, and you have to put all of your trust inside of him, because he knows where you're going and he wants to see you succeed. Number two, I want you to forgive your father who may not be in your life. But I also want to encourage you, hey, think about the future. Get through this season and make sure that when you have a kid, that you are a father, that you're going to break that curse. You're not going to pass down this curse. You're going to be every bit of a father, and not just a father. You're going to love your daughter. You're going to love your son. You're going to be the man that you wish that you had. And how you do that is make sure, number 3, you get around solid young men who can be a mentor to you. Get around men who are husbands, men who are fathers right now, and learn as much as you can from them. So this way, when you have a kid, you can be the father that you wanted. But I'm gonna be real. I didn't know what to say, because I'm grateful for my fathers. And I'm grateful for every father out there. I'm grateful for the strong fathers. I'm grateful for the loving fathers. And let me say this too. Being a single parent, man, I salute you. Single mothers right now on Father's Day, and your kids can't say, hey, happy Father's Day. I salute every single parent right now that is raising kids. I want you to know that you have my support. You have my prayers. I'm making videos for people like yourself. I'm making videos to help these young men become bright young men, these young ladies to become bright young ladies. The hardest question in my life at the age of 33. So I gotta ask you a question. What would you say to you who do have fathers in your life? What would you tell that young man if one of your friends came up to you and said, hey, how does it feel to have a father? What would you say? I'll see you guys next week.